we got an offer that we haven't had in a very, very long while. It's actually 1,000 SCPs ago since we had them last. Os Ouroboros. The last one we read of theirs, which was a blast to read, was 1762, which was the one with the paper, the origami dragons that come out of the box and they fly around, and then there seems to come from like a fantasy world that needed the Foundation's help. A very famous one, I would say. It's like definitely one of the more known ones of the SCP world. And I even got to record a little 200, yeah, that was a subscriber special for 250, where I got to read all the different creatures that existed in this fantasy world. Really loved that. Beasts of the Old Letter, that's what it was. Yeah, that was so cool. Which, interestingly, the subscriber special video has more views than the actual SCP itself on my channel. That's a little bit on the odd side, but yeah. You know what, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna like play with the cable. Nope. Still doesn't do anything. Also, video quality still looks off. There's nothing I can do. The fucking camera's okay, but Os Ouroboros, you have read Bananazilla, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Howard did say that that this one has extra stuff in the tail. But I will be honest with you guys, because I have a migraine today. I will not read it on stream. I will probably read it off stream and attach it to the video. So I hope you forgive me. Euclid. Spectral table procedures. SCP-2761 is currently stored in an elite line Class B semi-aquatic containment unit in Site 71. Clearance for SCP-2761 research is available to level 2 personnel and higher. Research of SCP-2761 genetics is limited to level 3 personnel and above. Though carnivorous, SCP-2761 must be applied a steady diet of fruit to minimize the carcinogen output in its waste. There's a little footnote here. Fruit belonging to the genus Musa, bananas and plantains have been most successful. As such, 71 personnel. As such, Site 71 personnel assigned to SCP-2761 must set aside time to restock food supplies every week. I will be honest, I probably also have to turn the music off. I'm sorry. It just right now I can't. The music is adding a little bit to the pain factor. The description. SCP-2761 is a genetic hybrid species that has undergone multiple physical mutations since its containment in 2005. It initially possessed amphibious and piscine? How do you say this? Pronunciation, please.
Piscine.
Piscine. Huh. And meaning? Of or concerning fish. Oh yeah, like Pisces. Like good old what do I want to say? Zodiac sign. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Piscine traits similar to those of species found within the Florida Everglades, where it was originally discovered, but has since developed more reptilian features. As of May 13, 2016, SCP-2761 measures 12 meters in length and resembles a large hunchback bipedal alligator with a mouth structure similar to that of Carchahinus loicus bull shark. SCP-2761 possesses a notably yellow skin coloration, a petaled, flexible frill that can conceal and protect its face, and constantly exudes a scent described as smelling like overripe bananas. Overripe bananas, that's not too bad of a smell. Like that is still, that's still doable. You know, it's still possible to to deal with that. If I were to be so bold, you know? If I were to be so bold. Okay. Additionally, SCP-2761 possesses biohazardous blood. At least 32 known genetic carcinogens and dozens of known hazardous bacteria strains, including Clostridium tetani, E. coli, and and Streptococcus are present. It appears its gut flora also constantly produces even more of the former. However, instead of causing SCP-2761 harm, it appears these compounds and bacteria are beneficial for it, inciting even further mutations over time. Strangely, despite all mutations SCP-2761 has undergone, it has never shown signs of any cancers or tumors. SCP-2761 cells each possess an extremely large nucleus, with the genomes containing hundreds of spliced genes from other various species. Apart from its primary genome, the nuclei also contain at least 68 other unaltered sets of DNA from various species. These unaltered genomes have never shown signs of major mutation, despite SCP-2761 blood being full of mutagens. Instead of breaking down and causing major long-term health problems, SCP-2761 genome will rapidly rearrange and replace lost segments with DNA from the unaltered genomes, inciting SCP-2761's gradual changes in physical appearance. It is possible that SCP-2761 can somehow absorb and express these genomes through the organism it eats. DNA sets include alligator Mississippiensis, American alligator, Arctosteos spatula, alligator gar, Grus americana, whooping crane, and incomplete fragments of Homo sapiens and Canis lupus familiaris. -1. Investigation into SCP-2761 uncovered information pertaining to a company known as Aquagene, a pet storefront that sells heavily genetically modified aquarium fish. The selection is primarily made up of fish that exhibit color patterns not seen in their natural species, such as bioluminescence and exotic color themes. Examples of brand names include Neon Splatterblast, Galactic Sparkle, and Hot Stuff Lava Lamp. SCP-2761 was apparently part of a set of prototypes for the next installment Senti Fruit Fish. Below is an interview of Dr. Pearl Watkins, 29, and Dr. Marcus Nakamura, 41, two employees and genetic scientists at Aquagene. Interview 1, March 14, 2005. So they made a fish that is meant to smell and smell like a banana. That's why it's called Bananazilla, and it seems to be it's a bull shark too. So it's just so everybody who's afraid of sharks, look away now. Yeah, so it's the most like stereotypical shark that you can think of. But it smells like a banana, which I'm not sure. Everyone who's afraid of sharks, you can look again. I'm not sure how a shark underwater that smells like banana, if that's like does any, because like I don't really go underwater and fucking sniff a fish, because guess what, I can't, because the water will rush into my nose. So I mean, unless they like pop out of the water and then I fucking give them a little boop on the snoot, and then I'm like, you smell like banana. But other than that, I don't think you ever get a chance to actually smell it, because it's just, you know, it's underwater. Dr. Peller Watkins and Dr. Marcus Nakamura, researcher Matthew Liu. The purpose of this interview was to obtain information on SCP-2761 and possible motive behind its creation. Dr. Watkins and Dr. Nakamura were brought to an office near Site-71 for questioning under the guise of an EPA questioning. Begin log 1320. Researcher. Oh, Dr. Watkins, Mr. Nakamura. Hello, sir. Sir. My name is Matthew Liu. I'm an agent with the EPA. I assume you know why you're both here? Looks down at the floor. Okay, so yes, sir. Looks to the left of the corner of the room. Yes, sir. We've been looking into your sales records for a while now. There's been some questionable products you have on the market. Would you like to fill me in on your thoughts about this? They are the hazard. Excuse me? Pearl. Pearl. Pearl! We were careful to make sure all fish were sterile before putting them out in the market. We know the risk of crossbreeding with the wildlife. If you think that any of our fish could reproduce with the wildlife, then Dr. Watkins, we're not interested in Aquagene's overall business operation. We're only interested in one particular specimen. I'm sorry, what? So we're not in any legal trouble for selling our fish? At the moment, no. But it may change depending on if you can help us or not. Alright. If I was researching Leo, I would just that this would be the moment where I would mess with them. At the moment, no. It just depends what the hell you're saying next. Alright. What particular product are you talking about exactly then? In August of last year, it appears you were starting up a new line of modified fish that would be released during the holidays. Looks up and appears excited. Oh, the centifish. Rolls eyes annoyed. Marcus. Would you care to explain more about these? Oh, of course, sir. See, our idea was to make a tropical themed fish set, sort of Hawaiian December, if you will, and we wanted to introduce these fishes as sort of living air freshener. Marcus, we're going to go for the classic samples. Our plan was for the selection to include apple, goldfish, strawberry, tetras, orange, clownfish, raspberry, and blueberry bettas. Marcus, pineapple puffers, and banana pipefish. Taps forward with right hand angrily. Oh my god, Marcus, will you please shut up about your centifish? I know the way you project proposal and we agreed to go through with them, but Jesus, can you please not reply to this man about... Did you say banana pipefish? Yes, he did. I'm sorry, Mr. Lee, I can't explain. What is about the fish you want to know? Is it possible that one of these specimens escaped from your company's aquarium sometime September of last year? I'm sorry? On March 3rd, a research group of ours managed to catch... Leo produced a picture of SCP-2761 in its initial discovered form, which resembles a yellow 2-meter alligator gar with early signs of leg development. Oh, it's another... Then what the hell is this about bull shark? Oh, the mouth has a structure of a bull shark. I'm not doing so hot today. Okay. I realize that, like, information is not staying in my head right now. Today is not a good day. Early signs of leg development. This organism. Can you identify it? What the hell is... Holy shit. Is it possible that this fish could have originally been one you engineered? It appears that its genome is very unstable and is somehow able to express the genes of other animals it eats. Is it possible that something could have gone wrong with the gene splicing in its early stages? I mean, it looks like it could possibly be... I mean, it's definitely yellow, so... But that looks nothing like a pipefish, and ours were only about 20 centimeters long. Oh shit. Dr. Watkins? Pearl? What's wrong? Son of a bitch. I should have known he'd do something like that. Dr. Watkins, please explain what is going on. Higgins. I caught Higgins pulling some shit during the first few weeks of initial gene splicing. Pearl, I thought you had Higgins fired after the stunt he pulled with the peanut jellyfish. You let him work on my team? He's one of our lead geneticists, Marcus. It's not like I could just get rid of him. Do you understand how difficult it is to splice more than a third of the genes from a goddamn fruit to a fish and still make it act like a fish? Dr. Watkins, Dr. Nakamura, if you please. I apologize, Mr. Leo. You see, our sensitive fish project, it encountered quite a few bumps in the R&D. That is a gross understatement. There are 50 chromosomes in the pineapple to work with, and the puffer species we're working with only had... So it seems that without my knowledge, Pearl decided to temporarily hire Dr. Gregory Higgins to my research team. He has since been terminated from Aquagene for unprofessionalism. You see, Mr. Leo, Greg was a bit of a wild card in our department. He was smart, brilliant even, but he'd like to do his own little side projects, even sometimes more unauthorized, made unauthorized modification to our fish because he thought he could improve their marketability. There we go. I see. Were there any incidents leading up to our capture of this specimen? So I asked him Rob samples. Unfortunately, yes. In about the 5th week of development, I caught Higgins tampering with a batch of the baby banana pipefish. He was making them more carnivorous, more yellow. He said he thought it would be expletive, hilarious if we could sneak a biting banana at the local grocery store. Obviously, it was a gross breach of conduct and not even within our main market of interest. So I confiscated them. However, really would be in for proper disposal until next morning. So I left them locked in my office with a note on the door. If you were able to retrieve them, then how did... When I came into work next day, the fish were gone. I asked Riley if he had gotten rid of them, and he said he hadn't even gone around to pick up stuff yet. So I went to Higgins. He said he disposed of them himself and walked me to the takeaway unit to prove those things were there. Pearl, are you saying that he made... Mr. Leo, there's anything else unusual found in this fish's biology apart from the fact that his genome was highly susceptible to change, particularly diet? Yes, actually taking waste samples from the organism, it appears that it contains a molecule of gut flora usually found in people along with various carcinogens. Oh my god, you got to be shitting me. So, Higgins must have made more of these things after he took them back, put the original in the disposal unit and then flushed the rest of them down the goddamn toilet. Oh no. End log 1315. So this is the tail. What does this lead? Okay. That... Oh. Yes, that has like multiple parts. It has 2 parts. Like I said, I'm not gonna read them today because of the migraine. I will definitely read them off stream and attach them to this video, so everybody on YouTube will get the full version. Yeah, but the streaming, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So, but that's hilarious. I like the idea of like an aquatic group, like scientist group, and like just splicing some animals. I know at the end, you know, it's definitely not a very morally questionable because you're splicing animals, you know, like you're adding stuff to the genes that you shouldn't add. I mean, fucking Jurassic Park and Jurassic World has shown us what happens if you fuck around with DNA too much. It literally like creates like abominations of monstrosities that you cannot handle anymore, and they will get you. They will kill you easily. Especially if they are made for entertainment purposes. Which in this case also seems very much in that regard. God, my camera is having a absolute seizure. It's going nuts. It drives me nuts. But I just have to accept it. So it looks like this Higgins, Dr. Greg Higgins, is a big ass troll. And not only that, he also does not seem to be cautious about the fact that maybe, just maybe, doing this shit might cause some irreparable damage to the ecosystem and to humans. But he probably doesn't care. He probably does not care. Welcome. Alright. I'm here to read a tale that I did not read on stream because migraine. So here we go. Bananazilla begins. Part 1. Let's see if this is not the right one. It's not the right one. Come on now. There we go. That's the right one. Now there we go. So they were talking about like how one of the doctors flushed the samples down the toilet and flushed the rest of them down the goddamn toilet. Dr. Pearl Watkins, lead scientist at AfroFluff pet shop, hung her head as she slumped in her chair. She wasn't sure what to feel. At the moment, it was a mix of guilt for the fact that they had caused the EPA such a trouble, horror for the fact that her employee's little son had grown into a monster, and most of all, exasperation for the fact that said employee was an absolute jackass. If we find that man again, I swear to God, Dr. Marcus Nakamura, head Aquagene scientist, was expressing with indignation his former employee's carelessness. To add insult to injury, it was he and Watkins that were now under fire from the government and not Perkins, who was probably off at another company doing also so stupid to that new poor business. The man questioning him arched his eyebrow, disbelief etched in every season of his face. I'm sorry, he said. Oh my freaking God. Dr. Watkins' voice screeched flat as she ran her hands through it, her hair accidentally dislodging her hair clips and causing her vision to be obscured by a curtain of pink. She always dyed her hair according to upcoming Aquafine set themes. Pink was in the craze with the new release of the insanely popular Gumball Guppies. She thought those little guys were absolutely adorable. Mr. Liu, we are so sorry for the trouble we caused you. It looks like you were about to capture it. That is correct. Foundation research from Marshall Liu is still trying to process what those people had just told him. I mean, yeah. Imagine the idea of anybody having some sort of like scientific experiment. Doesn't matter like if it's like what it is. Like but especially in gene splicing and biology. And then you hear the words, he flushed them down the toilet. It does not matter if it's anomalous or not. If you hear that ever from a scientist, that somebody else flushed their samples down the toilet, you'd be like, are you insane? How in the world is this company able to have a clean record, he thought. If they get into these messes all the time, how the hell can they? So, Mr. Leo, is it possible we can take a look at this fish now? Watkins asked, nervously biting her lip. Sorry? Leo blinked. Watkins flushed, realizing how stupid those words sounded. The company was directly responsible for this mess, and the last thing this man would want was for them to... What I mean is, she began, well, we're the company with the original techniques for creating... That's right, Mr. Leo. Mr. Nakamura piped in. If it's possible for us to examine this thing, we might be able to help you find a way to... At that moment, researcher Leo's come there to life. Leo, you still with those two? Oh wait, the male... Oh, I don't know. I cannot do a Jamaican accent. Male Jamaican voice spoken in a hurried tone on the other end. Because it's all just going to be like... What did you do that, Billy? It's just going to be Graham from Billy and Mandy. Like, it's just going to be, Leo, you still with those two? A male Jamaican voice spoke in a hurried tone on the other end. Leo picked up his radio dial back. Excuse me, he said to the pale scientist. Yeah, Morgan? Talk to me. What's going on? We got a situation with the banana fish. It ain't pretty. The man's voice. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do the grim voice. The man's voice sounds slightly confused when he said banana fish, as if he wasn't sure that was the correct term to use. What's going on? Did it grow again? Leo's brow furrowed in concern. Oh yes, yeah, Matt, it did. But it grew because Matt, man, there's no easy way to put this. It ate a D class and now it's walking around on its hind legs. Oh fuck. No shit. There was a brief moment of silence in the room. Matthew stood still once again, not quite believing what he just heard. Watkins and Nakamura, on the other hand, looked confused. What? Leo groaned. His day was about to get a whole lot worse. Watkins managed to get out. What's the D class? Morgan, what's the damage report? Did it get out? Matthew spoke rapidly, looking back and forth, angling between his comment and two Argentine scientists sitting on the couch across from him. What? Oh, no, it's still in the containment. Leo, all locked down, but... Alright, thanks. Leo interrupted. Morgan, please note I'm bringing the two persons of interest back to Site 71. Notify the guards station so they don't try to mind wipe them across the door. What? Wesson squeaked. Mr. Leo? Who asked nervously. What do you mean by... You two shut up, you're coming with me. Leo snapped as he pushed open the door and began walking out. And you're gonna help us figure out this hot mess of the so-called fish you made. Follow me downstairs, please. We're gonna have to speak. We're gonna have to speed back to base. The two Argentine scientists sat still on the couch, not sure what to do of the sudden turn of events. Matthew looked back and stared. Now! He barked. The pair jumped and hurriedly followed the Foundation agent out of the room. As they rushed down the hall, all three people's heads were filled with confusion. But one thought was felt by all of them as they made their way down to the van that would take them to Site 71. Everyone's day was about to get a whole lot more interesting. Leo bristled. Wasn't woman to herself. Crazy. Nakamura bumbled behind. This is bananas. It is. It is Bananazilla Begins Part 2. Which I have been told there's no Part 3. When, okay, it's actually March 2020. It's been 3 years. Well, I hope when this video comes out, maybe, hey, listen, you have an active reader here. I will gladly read Part 3. Please, if you see this video, you can comment on this video and be like, hey, Part 3 is out. If you want to give it a read, and I'll gladly do. And then put it on my YouTube channel. So, ow, I hit my elbow. So if you there, if you there, who actually wrote this? Let's see. Can I find that out? Is that, am I capable? Am I smart? Am I intelligent enough to find out who wrote this? Also, I wonder. Search Bananazilla. Is that a thing I can do like that? That's the SCP itself. Okay, hold on. I mean, isn't there like a way? I know there's a way to like just do it here, right? Is it in history? Oh. So it's Ouroboros as well. So he not only has not only have they wrote the SCP itself, but they also wrote this part, and then part 2, let's see, did they also write it, or did somebody else do it? I assume they did. Yes. Looks like it. So, Ouroboros, if you see this video, and you want to do part 3, I'll be down. I'll be down to read it. I'll be down to share it. I'll be down to give my thoughts about it. So, yeah, let's just keep on going then. This is Bananas. Marcus Nakamura stays down with fear as the armored van carrying him and Dr. Pearl Watkins rumbles softly down the road to who knows where. Things are taking a very sudden turn of events. One moment, you're being interrogated by an EPA agent about a mutated banana pipefish. Next, you're being rushed out the door because that banana pipefish, which somehow grew legs, ate something called a D class, and the man interrogating you pushes you out the door, pulls a bag over your head, and then shoves you into a van with an armed guard sitting in between you and your colleague. Yeah, I mean, that must be wild. I mean, what they are making is already wild enough, but like they still think they're making, they're being scientific. In their minds, they're not thinking that they're making something anomalous. They think they make something scientific, which technically, yeah, this is technically possible. It's probably not going to happen in the next 10 years to like split, splice a gene and make a fish smell like bananas. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon, because let's be honest, it's not going to be priority at all in all human life. But yeah, it's just that one that escaped has become so out of control that it is the anomaly now. Because technically everything they have made is anomaly. Well, is it? Is it? It's probably not, because technically what they made is, again, it is scientific. It's just weird. Things are taking a very sudden turn of events. One moment you're being interrogated by... Yeah, I already read that, sorry. Marcus is beginning to have his doubts about his man's credibility. What the hell is going on? Marcus felt his neck begin to sweat as a number of fears began to hit him all at once. Is this man even with the EPA? All this talk about mutant fish and what is going on? Okay, little grammar mistake there. There's an eye missing. Meanwhile, in the driver's seat, Foundation agent Matthew Leo was weaving his way through traffic, trying to get off the main road so he could get back to Site 71 as soon as possible. He occasionally glanced in the rearview mirror to make sure the two scientists weren't trying to pull anything. Thankfully, it seemed they were too frozen with fear and confusion to try that. He felt a quick pang of guilt for being so rough with them on the way out, but the guilt was quickly replaced by annoyance. It was their own damn fault that they got caught up in this mess. Release a mutant fish into the wild, you think you'd be responsible to clean up after it. Back in the back seat, Watson began to cry. Oh no, Leo thought. Here we go. What? Where are you taking us? Watson managed to choke out. What are you going to do to us? Please, I don't want to die. Pearl, Nakamura tried to calm his friend down. It's okay, we're going to be okay. Alright? Yes. Listen to me, Dr. Nakamura. You're still trying to concentrate on drafting. You're not going to die, Dr. Watson. We just need your help. After you help us, you're free to go. Kidnapping us. Watson's voice was barely understandable between her tears in the bag over her head. Are you? Who are you? I'll explain when we stop driving, Dr. Watson. Matthew said, gritting his teeth. God, I don't want to babysit these two. Agent Leo, should I sedate them for now? Regardless, in between Nakamura and Watson's ass. Watson squeaked. Nakamura slumped. What? David, no, don't be stupid. Don't freak them out. We need them to trust us, okay? For now, I need to stay quiet, alright? I promise nothing's going to happen to either of you, alright? You're going to be fine. Matthew, you there? It's Morgan. Matthew, you there? He calls intercom, flat again. Matthew hurriedly flipped the radio to the speaker. Yeah, Morgan, I'm here. What's the situation? All good? Yeah, it's still under control. We got a team in, and we're able to knock the thing out. Just pumped it with a ton of tranks. You know how these things work, though. It's always changing. It's out for now, but get your ass back here sooner than later. Wouldn't want to eat those two you're bringing. Leo turned the speaker, phone off, quickly glancing in the mirror again. Oh, jeez, I hope they didn't hear the last bit. Oh, God, we're going to die. Mr. Leo, please do not hurt us. Matthew groaned and punched the accelerator. As soon as they get back to site, he wanted better. Philip Morgan, SCP-2761 Wrangler, had one thought going through his head as he kept an eye on the yellow monster that was SCP-2761, or, as the staff of Site 71 had begun to call it, banana fish. This is stupid, he said out loud. That's two messages. Never mind. No, this is really stupid. At his side, his radio buzzed. We're outside the gate, a familiar voice said. Matthew sounded more than a little noise. Stadium 5. Philip pressed the response button. Is that his full name? Philip Morgan. Got it, Matt. See you soon. No problem on our end. You'll be clear to enter. Meanwhile, it is in its metal enclosure pen, SB-2761 rumbled softly as it lay on its side, chock full of potent tranquilizers. Its yellow hide continued to exude a scent of bananas, making the fact that its body contained what could basically be summed up as everything cancer. By the way, is this like... Could this potentially be a interesting origin story for the How to Kill Reptile? Because it's also like absorbing and becoming different things. Except that everything cancer didn't kill it. No, that everything cancer just made it bigger pain in the ass every time it ate something. And now it has just eaten D5781E in a not so pretty fashion. And now it got from a 4-meter banana salamander with teeth to a 5-meter banana alligator with much bigger teeth. We're gonna need a cleanup crew in there as well. Philip shook his head, rolling and wondering what sorts of wrong would have to come together to make this absurd animal. I need to get it. Why did you do that, Billy? I need to get it back in the grim voice. I'm losing it. At the moment, the door to SCP-2761 doors burst open. Not even turning around, Philip rolls his eyes. About I almost sound Italian. About damn time, Matthew. Despite what he said, Philip felt a wave of relief wash over him. Good to see you too, Morgan. Leo patted his old friend on the shoulder, then said a bit more softly, "We got company. Go easy on them, okay?" They understandably bit spoke. "No problem." Philip turned to greet the new arrivals. "So, you're from Mark or Jean?" Morgan took a moment to take in the two scientists. Leo was right. They looked pretty damn terrified. The woman on the right looked like she actually might faint at the moment. She had black, thick, rimmed glasses and strikingly pink hair, almost like bubble gum. She was also rather skinny, which only accentuated her height. She stood a good 10 centimeters above her colleague. Though the Japanese man was shorter than average, too. Even still, Philip, a muscular Jamaican field agent, towered above both of them at 195. Jojo's height. The Japanese man trying to remain calm. He's probably the senior scientist. He's probably the senior scientist. Maybe even the head. Oh, maybe even the head. Morgan noted he was a bit round, but not overweight, with prominent eyebrows and short, salt and pepper hair. Philip walked up to the pair. "Hello, my name is Philip Morgan. I'm one of the field agents that helped capture the animal you're going to study. I'm sorry I had to bring you in like that, but we're trying to keep a low cover with this thing. Haven't seen anything like it before. And this place is supposed to be a secret." Morgan's knees were shaking. She felt her voice come back. She managed to choke out. "Who are you people?" "Yes. I don't think you're EPA. Or at least normal EPA. What are you?" "I'm sorry, your names are again?" Morgan frowned. He forgot what Leo had told him before heading out. "Sorry, Morgan." Leo walked back over. "This is Dr. Pearl Watkins," he gestured the woman, "and this is Dr. Marcus Nakamura." "Right, thanks, Matt," Morgan said. "Dr. Watkins, Dr. Nakamura, I'm afraid we can't tell you who we are, but you're right, we're not exactly EPA. However, we can tell you that we are very much concerned with the threat this creature has given its mutations. We can also guarantee that while you are with us, we won't hurt it out of you. All we want is your help in studying this." Dr. Watkins gulped. What's a D class?" They frowned. I'm sorry? I heard your voice on the radio. Dr. Watkins said shakily. "You said something about this thing eating a D class. Is that bad?" Morgan opened his mouth to reply, but Leo suddenly stepped in again. "Nope, Dr. Watkins, no need for concern," he said, trying to sound as casually and convincing as he could. "Sorry?" Watkins whimpered. D-class is just the terms for one of the drugs we mix into its food. You see, its blood and waste are highly toxic. Obviously, that's a health hazard to our researchers, but we managed to create something that doses amount to a reasonable level. It wasn't exactly a lie. Science 71 has found a way to reduce 2761's carcinogen output, although it didn't involve D-class, it will involve bananas. Of course it did, Leo thought to him. Bananas, everything involves bananas with this thing. Watkins Nakamura seemed to relax something after hearing this. Good thinking, Matt, Morgan thought. Always quick on the draw. Oh, okay, Watkins was breathing a bit easier now. What's gonna happen to us if we help you? You're free to go, of course. Of course, we have to keep an eye on you and your company for a while after. We want this thing under wraps. We have to keep it a secret. If you told anyone, there would be consequences. Not that we want to go that route. There was a potent silence for a minute as everyone in the room took in what was going on. Finally, Dr. Nakamura spoke up. "So, how big has this thing gotten?" Pearl shifted uncomfortably. Marcus, what? Despite the tension of the situation, Marcus managed to crack a weak attempt at a smile. "How big is this banana fish now? If Perkins was involved, I'm pretty sure he would have messed around with his growth rate." "It's currently at around 5 meters, Morgan said flatly, "and it will probably still grow as time goes on." "Oh, I see. That's strange look suddenly overcame Marcus' face as if he was calculating several things at once. After a moment, he piped up again. You said it was asleep right now. Marcus? Fish don't sleep, Watkins said awkwardly. This is kind of... Yes, Dr. Nakamura, Leo replied. It's currently knocked out right behind those doors. I guess it was 2761's containment pen. Are you feeling well enough to look at it right now? We'll send you in with guards, of course. Nakamura paused for a moment. Yes, Mr. Leo, I will go in right now. Marcus? Watkins said bewildered. What are you? Pearl, it's a giant banana fish. All banana fish. Dr. Nakamura looked a bit excited. Don't you want to see it too? On the side, Matthew and Philip exchanged nervous glances with each other. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Like, what is... But... Pearl spotted confused at a sudden shift in mood. Pearl, a giant mutant banana. Dr. Nakamura announced at every word. Come on, this is the kind of stuff that inspires us to start RPG in the first place. Bringing up crazy stuff and watching the stuff come to life. Really, Marcus? Really? Pearl's voice rapidly climbed in pitch and volume as she stared at her friend in disbelief. You're serious? Yes. Yeah, I think I am. Nakamura replied. He turned to Leo and Morgan. We'll help you, sirs. He said confidently, what do we need to do? Leo blinked. Philip spoke up for him. Thank you, Dr. Nakamura. We can get you geared up with protective suits right away. Matthew and I will accompany you into this room. Yes, thank you, Dr. Nakamura. Oh, sorry. Yeah, yes, thank you, Dr. Nakamura. Leo tried not to grit his teeth as he shot a sideways glare at Morgan for volunteering him. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Philip I betrayed his grin. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. This man loves his job. this man right here, come on. Now, Dr. Nakamura is a man of his own. Leo sighed. Alright. You reached into the radio. Be advised, this is Agent Level 2, Matthew Leo, and Agent Philip Morgan. We're gearing up for entrance into 2761's containment unit with 2 I-class persons of interest. Claimants code Whiskey 9 Delta. Copy that, Leo. Claimant's code confirmed. Do you accept responsibility for the 2 POI? A stern woman's voice responded. Affirmative, Leo replied. Affirmative, Morgan said. Alright. Gear up. 2 room is unlocked. A buzzer went off as the doorway adjacent to 2761's pen clicked open. Inside, Watkins and Nakamura could see neon yellow hazmat suits hanging on the rack. Morgan and Leo walked past the Aquagene scientist. Leo turned around. Come on, Watkins. Nakamura, suit up. Don't worry, you'll be safe. Morgan and I will have your back. Nakamura nodded and eagerly followed behind. He had the look of a child on Christmas morning. As he walked behind Watkins could swear he heard him sing a song under his breath. No. Fucking way. Not. Ain't. No way. Except he was saying fish. He stood still for a few moments longer. Why, Marcus? He whined. He then followed him into the room. 10 minutes later, Leo, Morgan, Watkins, and Nakamura all walked out fully suited. Watkins and Nakamura held packs of various medical and testing equipment. Leo and Morgan both carried giant rifles filled with tranquilizers. A voice called out the loudspeakers. Now, opening door to SCP-2761. Watkins and Nakamura looked at each other from behind the visors of their hats and suits. Ready? Nakamura said. No, Watkins groaned. Great, let's check this fish out. The door whooshed open. The whole room was filled with the smell of bananas, and Leo, Morgan, Watkins, and Nakamura all walked in. What the hell? That is not a fish. Yeah, not anymore. It's not anymore. You motherfuckers. It's a reptile now. It's everything else. Oh, but there's no part 3, man. I'm sad. I'm sad. I wanna know more. Oh, Boris, please. Yeah, like Kratos to Hades. Oh, Boris, write part 3 of Bananazilla begins. Wait, is this also? Yeah, begins. And my soul is yours. That's awesome, though. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I hope one day. Don't stress. Oh, boys, if you don't want to do it, I understand. I hope one day it's gonna be a beautiful day where I look and I see part 3 pop up, and I'm like, Bananazilla part 3. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be like JoJo's, where it's gonna be like multiple parts, and every part takes years to finish. Who knows?